Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next movie review. And well, getting back into reviewing some more Christmas movies, but wish I would be in a better mood. Well, I'm starting off with another one that is complete absolute shit. You know, it's a film. It's one of those films that's well, the whole idea of these taking classic characters, like it's Way the Pooh, Blood and Honey, right? Taking these classic characters and putting them in the public domain, right? So for this, well, Christmas. Oh yeah, it's the Grinch. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not the Grinch. It's the Mean One. Yeah, so it's called The Mean One, released in 2022. Like I said, it's public domain, but you can't say The Grinch. Although in the film, when an old guy named Dog Zeus, get it, tries to say it, this old lady keeps saying Finch, last call for Finch. So yeah, The Mean One. You know, I'm getting tired. I said I'm getting tired and I yawned. Because this is what this film is. This film was a bore fest, it was. Makes you fall asleep, you know? I'm getting tired of all these public domain type movies, you know? I mean, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey sucked, okay? It sucked. I haven't seen the second film, though. To be fair, I've not seen the second film, though. But I did see that one Mickey Mouse film called Mousetrap, which I didn't review for Halloween month though. But I saw that and it sucked. Okay, and now they want to do a whole Winnie the Pooh universe by having Bambi, and Peter Pan, and Pinocchio. I think they even want to do freaking Popeye. I'm like. You know, this is like a trend, a fad that I'm getting damn tired of, you know? And The Mean One sucked, you know? It did, okay? This film just sucks just as much as Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It sucks just as much as the Mousetrap movie. Oh yeah, there was supposed to be another Mickey Mouse one called Steamboat Willie. Or, did they call it Screamboat Willie? Or I forget. It's Steamboat Willie, though, but... I also get why this whole trend is of these public domain characters into horror slash films. I just don't get it though. Because yeah, they're all cheap because they're all low budget. Yes, it is, but they're all cheap with some bad CGI in there. Well, especially I'm talking about this film here. Bad CGI blood, very bad fake fires, and bad photoshops. You know, so fucking bad. You know. The Mean One. As a 3.990 B, 23% Rotten Tomatoes is way too high for this film. Deserves lower. Like about the same rating what Winnie the Pooh did. They got, was it 4% of Rotten Tomatoes? Deserves lower. 23% is way too high for this film. Even 3.99 dB I would say is too high for this movie. And the film is the guy. I'm calling it's the Grinch. Okay, who else would it be? I'm not calling the Mean One. It sounds silly. I know it's in the song, "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." I'm calling it the Grinch. That's who he is, okay? Who are you trying to kid? So the Grinch is played by David Howard Thorpe. He's the guy who plays Art the Clown from the Terrifier movies. I mean, I did see the first Terrifier film. Overall, wasn't big on the movie, you know, but at least David Howard Thorpe, at least he did bring some energy as Art the Clown. At least he did give the film a little bit of oomph when he portrays the Art the Clown. At least he did give the film energy with his performance. But overall, I wasn't a fan of the first Terrifier movie though. I know all the three films, they're all bloody as hell, and and although I can't get the reason why those films make people sick, you know. But I haven't seen 2 and 3 though. But I did see the first one. I wasn't an overall fan of it though. But at least, like I said, David Howard Thorpe. At least he did bring Art the Clown. Gave him some energy to it, to his performance. Here he plays the Grinch. Oh, sorry, the mean one. I mean, even he though, he's trying, but the film is so shitty because and plus the rest of the cast members, they were all horrible in this movie. And it was the point. I think even David Howard Thorpe, he couldn't even say this movie, but his performance, compared to his performance as Art the Clown, this one was very weak sauce. If you get what I mean. His performance in this film was weak sauce compared to his performance as Art the Clown. The rest of the cast members, they all sucked, Horrible dialogue. And like I said, just bad transition, bad transitions. I mean, okay, so in the town of Newville, not Whoville, Newville, we have the girl named Sydney, like from Sidney Lou from the book. There's a whole bunch of references of Dr. Seuss's that I'm not going to get into, though, but there is a whole bunch of it. But yeah, Cindy, when she was a girl, her mom, well, she goes downstairs, she sees someone who thinks it's Santa, but it's the Grinch, right? And she gives him this necklace, pats her on the head, but then the mom is horrified, and one leads to another that the Grinch accidentally puts like a nail into her neck, and she dies. And then Sidney calls her monster. And from then on, that's what he went. It's so stupid. I'm like, jumping ahead, because the reason why he started killing people because she called him monster. You killed her mom, even though it's accidental. But what do you think you're supposed to? What do you think we should? What else do you think she's supposed to call you? If you called him, if you killed her mom, what else is she supposed to call you? Oh, that was very nice. Oh, you're nice. Like, no. But the reason why then she and by the end of the film, since the Grinch still had the necklace she gave him, she forgives him. I'm sorry. Basically, I'm saying I'm sorry, and gives him a kiss on the cheek, and that's when like the book, his heart starts to grow, right? 3 times, then 3 sizes. So, but the reason why he was killed because she called him monster, and that's it. But not anymore. Now you're just, oh, okay. Stupid, And there's a lot of shaky cam in this. A lot of shaky cam. First, let's touch on a lot of the kills. Not that even the kills are not very memorable either. I mean, there's a lot of shaky cam and there's a lot of CGI blood because of the low budget they had, so they had to do CGI blood. Something like that, because everything nowadays they do CGI blood. I mean, can't afford to do practical blood squibs, anymore. I mean, once in a while I do get that though, once in a while, but they just rely so heavy on CGI now. It's just like it makes the effects of them cheap look now. And the effects in this was bad. The effects, the CGI in this film was even bad as well. I mean, there's a tree where it's on fire and it's such an obvious fake fire, digital fire. Or when they do photoshops, like some of the fakest photoshops you'll see. I know it's all low budget, I get it though, but still. Doesn't give the excuse. Even though, yes, even with your artist schedule on a low budget, yes, but sometimes that can be the case though, but. So, because it's 20 years later, they stopped doing Christmas because of that incident. Cindy comes back with her dad, Lou, from the movie. Her father's name was Lou. So they want to go back to their old house to sell it, though, but they still want to do some decorating. The sheriff is there, who years ago was talking to her when she was a girl, but he didn't believe her. And so, and then the sheriff and the mayor running for re-elect, and then there was, like I said, this old guy named Doc Zeus, get it? And then there was all this deputy named Burke who's taking a liking into Sydney. To do some investigating, like, she goes out to this hiking trail towards the mountains where he lives, supposedly where he lives, and there's this hiking couple, which she can take the time to take pictures of this hiking couple, but you're on this mission to look for a killer Grinch, you know. And it's like a bunch of bad dialogue too as well. And so she tries to take pictures, but and she sees him too, which the big reveal it is like when he turns around, like, you try to conceal his face though, but when the sun is blinding you, you know, by concealing his face, it's like the sun's trying to blind you, you know. And so, and the sheriff still doesn't believe her, but it turns out he's been leading all these other hitchhikers, so the Grinch can, as he's been leading these hitchhikers as sacrifice for the Grinch. By doing so, he'll leave the town alone. That was a deal. So Sydney and the deputy Burke investigating, and they find, like, this cave is supposedly where he lives, all the wallets of these missing hikers, and what else? Well, I mentioned that there was the diner with all the Santas in it, and let's say bad CGI blood with shaky cam. And then there was, of course, there is the sheriff who finally decides to go after him, but fails and he dies. And same with the mayor. And so now, one leads to another. It's Sydney and Doc Zeus, the crazy old guy, because he wants revenge too, because the Grinch killed his wife years earlier. So that's his reasoning. And so she trains, you know, like this little montage, you know, training up right. Put up some more decorations to lure him in, and then try shooting him with his candy cane shotgun, like throwing ornament bulbs like grenades. Like I said, lack of action was also lacking in this, you know, for supposedly big finale. The guy, Dr. Zeus, he's fine, although he got attacked though, but I guess the Grinch let him go. And then when Sydney gets the upper hand, she sees the necklace that she gave him, forgives him, because that was because the whole reason why he'd do this, because she called him a monster. I'm like, why? What else do you think you would call after you killed your grandma, your mom? Then all is forgiven. She gives him a peck on the cheek, and of course, like the book, his heart started to grow 3 times the size, but fortunately, it grew too big and killed him. So after that, then it becomes, the pictures got uploaded, seeing the Grinch. Now it becomes a tourist attraction. I don't know more I can say about this because it's not much. I mean, yeah, other than the opening with the Grinch being in the opening, he doesn't appear until like once in a blue moon, you know. Except in certain flashbacks or in Current, you know. So, but David Howard Thorpe, I mean, trying to do his best as the Grinch, though. But the thing is, though, just the shitty script and the bad dialogue and the acting performances from the other people, you know, just really watered down his performance. But at least he gave Art the Clown a bit of energy in the first movie, though, the first Terrifier film. But like I said, horrible dialogue, bad acting, bad CGI blood, and other bad CGI effects as well. And the cast was horrible. Like I said, I'm just getting tired of these public domain movies of beloved characters. You know, getting tired of it. I mean, but the thing is, though, I mean, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey made a little bit more in the first movie, so that's why number 2 was, say, more successful in the first film. But then they're going to do a Bambi, a Peter Pan film, a Popeye, another Mickey Mouse. You know, I don't know why this is such a trend or a fad, you know, to make these lower budget films based on characters that are beloved, you know. Oh yeah, they're also doing a Pinocchio one as well. Great. Was that one gonna be take on that horrible film called Pinocchio's Revenge? So I just don't get what is so great about these movies. If people praise them or like them, that's fine though. But I don't hold anyone against it. But just like, to me, this is pretty much as shitty as the one I said, but it's the first Winnie the Pooh film. So, mean one. Yeah, I want to be mean to this film too, and I don't hold anything back. This film was shit. So, and I heard this 2022. I heard talks. There's no been talks of a sequel, which I'm glad to hear. So yeah, so that's the story of the horror slash film version of the Grinch. Sorry, it's the mean one. So, just the same thing with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Sucked. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you next time on the next movie review. Later.